Hey, I'm here. You ever had one of those days where you're just woke up tired? I don't know why I woke up tired, but I am tired, and I don't know why that is. It's just one of those things. So you won 3 minutes. Wait, hold on. You won 3 minutes. There he goes. How'd you win 3 minutes? I don't know. I don't know. I've got so much I gotta do. I'm not doing it, but does it really matter? Ooh, actually, some of it does. Which I didn't think. That'd be a good thing. You know what? So White Rabbit was actually up amongst the living to dead. Did I say amongst the living to dead? What's wrong with me? Anyway, she's alive. That's the whole point of it. She's alive. Look at this. I have an alfalfa. It's a front alfalfa. I feel like my hair's not short enough over here either. I need to cut that too. What is this? Is this like a dented spot? This won't go away. Sorry. I should be doing this in front of a mirror. I don't like mirrors. I got rid of them. Anyway, Swiss Miss. Love the name. Love the chocolate. How you doing? What's happening, Shane? I saw side eyes in here. Yes, she is, which is maybe bad news for me. How much longer am I going to survive? I don't know. She may get rid of me. Oh, it's your first time here. Well, Swiss Miss, look at you. You got a little bonnet on your little kitty cat. Swiss Miss, we'll have a good time. Everybody's done it already, I know. And I probably should have waited. Originally, I thought I was going to wait a couple weeks before I read the claims against Karen Read and Turtleboy, but I just couldn't wait. That and also I saw guys, I do not want to be in this part of the world anymore or ever. It's weird, right? So um I I used to do true crime stuff and I got out of it because it's just it brings you down. Maybe that's why I felt a little weird today. Hmm. Anyway, but then here we are again because this is so amazing. Like, how do you sue someone? Here's the thing: you realize this, and think about this, Swiss Miss. I'm assuming that you know the whole Turtle Boy saga and all that stuff. How do you sue a guy for defamation that's waiting to find out if he's going to get 90 years in jail for intimidating the same people that are suing him? Is that not, you know what? It only happens. Oh my gosh, King Bob's here. The party can start. How you doing? Diane, you are in the center of the universe. Is that what Massachusetts is? Expert, you gotta see the video I sent you. Where'd you send this? I see this. Hmm. Oh gosh. Well, I need earplugs in. I can't find those right now. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Hey, I saw a video about a teacher. Never mind. We don't want to talk about that. There's an axolotl. Where's my earbuds? I just saw them back here, and then I moved them. Oh, right here in front of me. So this is not axolotl. Is oh hey Courtney, how you doing? Favorite Courtney. Look at this favorite Courtney right here. So you're all doing great. To keep Bob, we're always doing great when you're around. We're always doing great. You found me through Baker. Oh my goodness gracious, Swiss Miss. Let me tell you about that guy. Brogan Baker is a incredible person, and like I always tell people, I'm like, the 2D world of YouTube. You don't know who these people are. You don't know what they're doing, what they're trying to, uh, what their motives are, right? And so Swiss Miss, we have I do a thing, and we're doing it's June 3rd, 4th, and 5th this year. You're welcome to come. It's if you've never been, it's Dollywood, Tennessee. It's Thursday. We go to a theme park. Everybody's in chat. Everybody's welcome. And then Friday, we put on a live show. It's Friday Night Live. The show I started doing it when I started my channel just about, and we do it every Friday. But when it's live, it's so different live. I mean, the studio audience live. And Broken Baker, he comes in from Bakerville, Denmark, I believe that's called. I couldn't remember for a second. And he Christina Fortunato, how you doing? I love saying the Fortunato. Anyway, it's a class act thing, Swiss Miss, and but anyway, my story is about Broken Baker. Like, so then you get to meet people in the 3D world, and you get to shake hands. You get to realize that these people are real. And Broken Baker, he is probably one of the most real people I've ever met, and for sure, just meeting on the tubes like this, he's just he's just a great guy, and I'm glad you're over here from his channel. I'll take care of you, all right? If you like to have a lot of fun about nonsense, you're in the right place, okay? Amy, how you doing? Pretty sure that video went viral? It happened wait, hang on a second, let me look at this real quick. That's a substitute teacher? Wait, hold on a second here. So Danielle sent me a video, y'all, and like this is, you see those teachers go like kind of crazy in in classes and stuff. Well, this is that, but it's this class her son's in. Her son's in that class. A Swiss Miss, you love fun? Well, look at this. T42 gifted 10 memberships. Thank you, T42, so much. How do we have fun? Or how I don't have fun this way. Y'all have fun. So it's the wiggle dance. Brought to you by Red Foo and the gang at LMFAO. So it's a fine what? It's fine to be lit in Dollywood? Okay, we'll do that too. That's what I was wondering. Are you sure about that? If you animals hit the like, I will buy memberships too. Oh my gosh, hit the like button, everybody. All right, hold on a second. This is I don't even know how to show this. So this is this happened. Oh boy. All right, hold on a second here. Let me embiggen this. Is this it? Wait, are there two videos? Oh, there are two videos. Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. I messed that one up. All right, hold on. How do I get this big video? I hit play on that. So I don't. Oh, there you go. Holy cow. Let me embiggen this. All right. Guys, I'm going to. Oh, I can't do it that way. You guys aren't going to get any volume. I got to run this through a thing. Well, you know what I can do? Let me take my earbuds out. Let me watch this. Watch this. You're gonna have to play with me here. Okay, hang on a second. Um, I think this works. All right, there we go. Now watch. I'm gonna take my earbuds out. Okay, I'm gonna turn the volume way up on this. The volume's maxed, and hopefully you guys can hear this here. Hopefully this works. So this happened in Danielle right here. Hang on, we got Danielle's our friend, y'all. 1 second, Diane. Did you guys hear any of that? That was an exclusive. What a night for you to come, Swiss Miss. Holy cow. So no okay, so that's the first one. Wait, hold on, where'd he go? Wait. Yes, that was her. That was a little D. No, that's the first one. That was a substitute teacher in her at a school. Ah! All right, hang on a second here. What is she saying? Oh, what bad audio? Well, yeah, the audio, it's just screaming. It's just her screaming. And I think she said something about she's going to take her underwear off. I think. I don't know. I don't know. Is that little D, little D? Oh no, don't say that. Uh make mine a mini. What is she screaming about? Well, if you were in school, you'd be screaming, wouldn't you? Hang on, there's a part two. There's a part two. No clue what's going on. You never will. You never will know what's going on, will you, Debbie? MJ, how you doing? I couldn't hear. Yeah, that's the. Oh wait, hon. Wait. Where'd you go? Where'd you go, Katie? Yeah, that's the. She's just screaming. It's a female voice screaming at the top of her lungs, and then she starts pounding and like says, I will take my underwear off." I think, and I think she used the P word that like a lot of people don't like to hear. It's like paint, but without an eye. Right, now hang on, hang on, there's more. But wait, there's more. Holy cow, how do I shrink this? Where's this other one? Okay, now this is gonna be bad audio too, but oh. Ah! Ah!
She yelling at what the what's the tea? Oh my gosh. Oh, I think Christ. Open the
And that's how he got into America. I did show the first one. I did show it. That's what I just showed. That was the second one I just showed. I showed the first one. Ah, mildly pretty. What it is some crack egg. I hold some bad crack. Do you remember that from the St. Patrick's Day? Where's the gold at? All right, play the first video again. Do you guys want me to? All right, hang on. Hang on. It's a stupid thing. All right, it's 45 seconds. All right, now hold on here. All right, hang on. Hang on. You guys know when you're on a plane and it says the exits, there's 2 in the back, 2 in the sides, 2 in the front. That's why they tell you where the exits are, so you can get out of there. Holy cow. Yeah, buckle up. That's true. That's true. It's just like course talk dancers. It's substitute teachers gone corn. Wait. Maybe. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm
I can't take this. I cannot take this.
cannot take this. She got into wait, hon, she got into an altercation with a kid. It was on the news. Oh my gosh. I know it's not Massachusetts because there's only a few kids in the room. Oh. Don't you hate it when that happens? I know I do. They're on the run. Oh no. Watch out, boys. They're loose. Nina Switzerland. Hey, we have a Swiss Miss here too. That was the educational system in the United States today. Was that from Turtleboy's hearing? Who is screaming? Substitute teacher. She gets a check for the day. Click. I mean, she was taken out in a gurney. They took her out mental. Nefarious, how you doing? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There's no powdered creamer that she put in her coffee. No, it wasn't. It was not. It was not. Holy cow. Diane, thank you so much for the memberships. Y'all, Diane, yeah, you guys, are you familiar with the band Mountain? They did the song Mississippi Queen. Well, Diane's our Massachusetts. What is this other picture? Sorry. Thank you, Diane. Thank you so much. I got sent another picture and the make mine a mini. Welcome to wherever you are. What is the other picture that I was sent? Is that the teacher? Oh my goodness. What is going on in this world? Genuine, how you doing? Holy cow, you guys. That is It is the Duke boys. It is the Duke boys. Hang on a second. What is? I've got to exit this. How do I exit? Crap. How would that shrink? Where's the shrinky dink? Where's the? Yeah, I get it. I get it. No, exit full screen. Duh. I'm not used to the way I have. I have everything set up differently. I apologize. It's been one of those days. It's all. It's all one of those things. So anyway, Massachusetts, man. That's not Massachusetts. That wasn't Massachusetts. I'll tell you what, Massachusetts gets me good every time. Stacy, how you doing? Did I say hi to you? Certificate of need, same as Massachusetts, 5150. So 5150 is California, right? And but so it's missed. Look, it's not usually like this. Look, guys, I said something really off color today on Twitter, and Emily C saw it, and she scolded me, and I was like, "Oh, like I feel bad, I really do, because I want, I want her to think I'm not a you know, scruffy looking nerf herder." Exactly, backwards setup is fine. Is that is this backwards? Am I backwards? Section 12. Tennessee is a certificate of need for a cycle. Yes. Oh, wait, you're talking about in real life. Yes, yes. So um I actually worked on one of those one time, and it's really crazy. It's it's not good, man. It's just I feel bad for people. I mean, it's you gotta be a danger to yourself or others, and you know how they're usually a danger to themselves and others. It's funny. I took psychology. Oh, wait. Did I see? Hey, Cyber Chick, how you doing? Um, at L Stacy 5150 is the first Van Halen albums featuring Sammy Hagar, I think. Um, Ruh-roh, that's for sure. Crazy Sammy, how you doing? We crank it way past 10 to 12. I still haven't seen that video of Turtleboy's court hearing the other day. That one should be going along. What I forget because they get nicknamed. So, oh gosh, what is it called? Baker Act. Well, that's a funny one. I would be able to remember that. In Florida, it's called the Baker Act because it was a state senator. His last name was Baker. So Senator Baker passed it's one of the first, I think, in the country, psychological hold. Tennessee's is based off of Florida's. I don't know. I know 5150, of course, it's such a pop culture thing being California. I don't know all the ins and outs of it. My dad was Baker acted back in the day. 9 months later came out Side Eyes. Y'all don't worry about it. Side Eyes Jess is showing up at FNL Dollywood, and she will hurt me. I'm pretty sure. Please let us watch the um yeah, when would be a good time for it? Because that's like 6 hours long or something, isn't it? My career is in the training of mental health institutes. Oh, do you know my wife? No, she was okay. I gotta tell you guys. Last story I'll tell, and then we'll go into the actual. So, the White Rabbit is a clinical therapist. She doesn't do it anymore. But she our second date, I took her over to see a buddy of mine. Well, I mean, not to see, like I was trying to impress her, right? And so they had this golf tournament in town, and I know a guy. He had a place on the golf course, and I was like, oh, I was like, do you like golf? Whatever I said to her, and I was like, yeah, I was like, hey, the Open's going on right now. You want to go see it? I was like, I've got a buddy of mine. He's on like I don't know what hole he was, like the Cornholio or whatever. And um, my dad is usually the reason I got my degree in psychology. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Molly Pre, just tell me we need to set up a day for that. Because that's still, I mean, it's 6 hours. And I can't fast forward starts messing with my hearing. Like I'm not I got squirrels up here. Okay. So the squirrels are crazy. But anyway, so I took White Rabbit. We were dating. Second day, I took her out to there to the and this is a buddy of mine from college. Okay. So he starts telling her this like, oh yeah, man, expert man, he's a great guy. No, he doesn't. He's like, man, you should have seen this guy in college. He would be like, he come pick me up. He'd be like, hey, come on, we gotta go. I'd be like, where are we going? He's like, oh, the nursing schools. You're getting ready to let out. We gotta go. And then when we get done, all the nurses would go by and he'd be like, no, wait a second. The graduate education program is you let out over here on the other side of campus. And he said, I did. I had a Wrangler. And so I had the top down, the doors off and everything. And he was like, it was the craziest thing. I don't even know how he found me. Like, you knew where my class was. And we did. We had fun, you know. I mean, it was springtime at the University of Tennessee. So anyway, he's telling this story, all these stories to White Rabbit. And then he says, uh, so you what do you do? You know, and she's a clinical therapist. I specialize in teenage and um, yeah, teenagers is what and she was only a handful that say they do it. And she's like, "Oh, is that where you met expert?" And then he goes, "How long you guys been seeing each other?" And I was like, "Hey, it's our second date." And he's like, "No." And she's like, "Yeah, this is you're the first friend I've ever met of his." She met somebody else, I think, before me. I don't know. Anyway, he's like, oh my gosh. No, no, listen, I take all that back. Like, he really is he's a good guy. Like, it was just it was me that was doing it was really funny. But it wasn't funny that when he's like, oh, is that where you met? Was, drug and alcohol rehab for teenagers. Hey Squid, how you doing? All right, tonight, guys. So listen, there's a lot of talk. So the defamation case, that's a big thing, right? Everybody's talking about that. And then, but there's also another part, and so in this one, I was hoping you guys would correct me if I'm wrong. But what I've seen so far is it's because a lot I see it on X a lot. People are saying something about the anti-SLAPP laws and stuff, but the Massachusetts anti-SLAPP laws they only apply if you have a grievance against the government, which to me seems odd, but I mean, I think that's called the Constitution. You know, you have a grievance against the government, you're allowed to address your representatives, petition them, but like to partition some of them. Yeah, you guys go over there. But anyway, no, you get to petition them, and yeah, I don't slap is a new thing, it's basically, if somebody says something like a YouTuber, okay, you cannot sue them for retaliation to try to get them to be quiet. You can't use the courts well, like, like Judge Wapner and Judge Judy and all the other people's court, but you can't turn the legal system in your state into the people's court. Tom Gillis says we have a slap law. What kind of slap is he talking about? Slap shot or so well, here's the thing. This is what I became big in California at first with all the celebrities. Yeah, I believe so. I believe so. Now, here's the thing I've got is and this is the got to remove the no, I don't want to add to stage. I turn that off. That's the teacher getting taken out at Gurney. God, can you imagine that? Oh yeah, maybe we should ask Danielle what happened after that. Fall Storm, how you doing? Tennessee has the second toughest anti-SLAPP laws in America. I'm going to take your word for it. Golf girl, golf, you say? Tom Gillis, where is? I need to get a hold of Tom Gillis. I missed a call from him one time. Probably explains everything. All right, so here is whoops, wrong flip. All right, here we go. And let's make this big and this a little bit. There you go. Look at that. Look at boy here in the corner. I'm a round dot. So according to now this comes from the bar, okay? Not any old bar, but the lawyer bar. So Durcraft is a supreme. This is so everything's different for me because it's Massachusetts. I'm in Tennessee, and I don't want to learn all this Massachusetts talk. But anyway, I guess there it's called the Supreme Judicial Court, so just Supreme Court. Adopts a simplified anti-SLAPP framework. And this is a pretty long article here. So, but just the beginning, the anti-SLAPP statute, GLC 231 subsection 59H is intended to provide immunity from suit to a party sued for exercising its constitutional right to petition the government. And I keep seeing that. And I was like, how does that even make sense? Like that's not. Hey, we passed lots of legislation this year, y'all. You go back to the representatives go back to their constituents and they're eating green beans and chicken and green bean dinners, and they're like, "Oh, guys, we passed some very important legislation this year. We have agreed to codify your constitutional rights." And I don't know. It doesn't make sense. But the right to petition the government, I mean, that's in the First Amendment, and it's how that may I don't understand. I do not understand Massachusetts anti-SLAPP stuff. But I see that on X, I'm like, I don't think it works that way. What does work though, this is a long one, so bear with me. Oh look, hey, look, it's an expert gear. White Rabbit Eye says I'm grinder gears. I'm like, but you don't drive a stick. Wait a second. That doesn't sound right. It shows an automatic. You know what? Why don't I just pull this up? Is it time to end the show yet? That's what I feel like. I feel like it should be time. We just call it a night. Be like, hey, dummy, you stopped. Wait, hold on. How do I do this? Am I in the right place over here? All right, that looks all right. All right, so everybody's read this, I know, but let's get what? Not everybody is y'all, and I know a lot of stuff has changed. What is happening? Swiss Miss, I'm running her off. Hey, how you doing? 22 Explorers. The Ford Clubhouse at Fenway. I would love to go to Fenway Park. The Big Green Monster. I mean, that's where Mayday's Sam Malone was a pitcher. That's not what Massachusetts has for laws, but what laws Massachusetts doesn't need. Well, yeah, y'all have some. Here's something else, man. Yeah, you like pretty low flying birds. Come see the C-13 Hercules on your Twitch. Oh yeah. Where are you? Where's your? Sorry, guys, I can't type and talk at the same time. Gosh, why this has made I look like a fish. This is so bright. How can I dim in this? I need to dim in this. Hang on a second. It's so funny how these things, like little things, mess with the cameras and everything. So I don't have a. I think that looks a little bit better. Holy cow. Diane G, I see you every time except for now. And when I type you in, your distaste G. Well, that's not. I'll find you and I'll bookmark you. And then I'll show you tomorrow. I'll show the C13 tomorrow. Did I say C13? Did I get that right? Why do I feel like I'm wrong? Yeah. Yeah, that'd be awesome. All right. So here is our complaint. We got lots of them, right? So this is okay. Let's just start at the beginning. This blows my mind. How do you get defamation out of a guy who is facing jail time for witness intimidation from the same people? Right? How does that work? It's bizarre. I don't know. Just make yourself look like KP on the foreskin. I don't know who that is. I don't know who this is. I'll be honest with you. I don't go many places. Uh, I'm unless they have candy, I usually don't go over there. Darth Vader, how you doing? What's happening? Darth Vader, did you ever tell us what that lookout tower, that turret is in your avatar? I don't know why I chose now for it to pique my attention. All right, so this case arises from a multi-year conspiracy orchestrated by Karen Read and Aidan Kearney to subvert and prejudice the criminal justice process in Norfolk County, Massachusetts. Period. So that right there should be handed over to the prosecutor's office. I mean, if there's a multi-year conspiracy. When I first heard about this case, what got me was keep this in back of your mind. The first thing I thought of was that they don't think they're going to win the wrongful death claim against Karen. I don't think it's a silo that you're making into an Airbnb. Really? Oh, like, do you have like an Instagram or something? Are you taking pictures of the process? Because that sounds amazing. Wait, different plaintiffs. What plaintiffs? Am I wrong? Am I on the wrong thing? I'm in the right thing, aren't I? Facts. Through a coordinated scheme, Read and Kearney sought to protect and enrich themselves by defaming, harassing, and tormenting the plaintiffs. Could you imagine coming up with a scheme to enriching yourself while you're on trial for murder? Holy cow. I mean, this is a conspiracy in and of itself. Sought to protect and enrich themselves, the defaming, harassing, those who served as witnesses in connection with the Commonwealth of Massachusetts investigation into the death of John O'Keefe and its prosecution of Reed for his murder. More specifically, Reed and Kearney conspired to defame. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I just had them imagine them. You're like, okay, here's what we'll do. First, Karen, you off John over there at the Albertsons. And then I'll start posting stuff all over my little. How big was Turtleboy's channel? How big was his reach back then? I have no idea. I don't think the plaintiffs here want this to actually go to court. But whoops. I think they're hoping for a payout. Yeah. I mean, that's true. How you doing, Miss Divine? Did I say that right? Was I right? The Albertsons? Guys, remember, I'm the guy that's still learning from Emily. Okay. I'm skipping ahead in class. I'm hoping to get the answers for the final by reading the end of the book. Safeway. Oh, wait a second. Is that what McAllister's? What's their name? McAlberts. Did I call them Albertsons? That's a grocery store. Oh no. I'm in trouble now. I made my own. I made my own homework. I made my own homework. Am I not supposed to do this? Too late. Y'all, if you're not following Emily C, you need to be. She's an incredible person. Very in trouble. Very I just read that, very in trouble. I can't do 2 things at once. Um, Baker calls them McAlberts. But don't do that to me, I'll never figure them out. This is yeah, this is it. You got me hooked. You got me hooked, kiddo. You got me hooked. Oh my gosh. I'll take some this summer right now. Because oh yeah. Holy cow. I don't know why you said you'll take some this summer. I was thinking of ice cream, which I was like, I actually have some ice cream. Oh, thank you, T. Yeah, check out Emily. She's you know, I I need to ask Emily like all the questions, it's because I'm pretty sure I have it right when I say I think her first foray into YouTubing, this whole mess was with shorts, and she does incredible shorts. I never get around to asking her if she ever took acting or anything like that because uh, uh, she's she has props, she has a script, I mean, she has everything. It's just it's she's very talented. Uh, but anyway, she started off with that, and then she did a live. She did her first live, and she thought she was horrible in it. And we watched it over here because she made the mistake of sending it to me, and I needed something to talk about. And it was really good. It was much better than mine. Uh, I don't even know my real first one. They got deleted and stuff. I had uh gosh, back then when I started, you were scared of everything. But anyway, well, yeah, a lot of channels got yanked for having the wrong words, or I mean, if you even question things, it was during the pandemics when it started. It was weird. But Kimberly Ray, how you doing, babe? What's up? Did you ever watch Turtleboy video about his Wisconsin charges? Wisconsin? No, I don't even know about that. Let's see. Knows how to run a class towards a destination. Oh, yeah. Unlike me, I just run in circles. So, uh, I don't run. Let's just put it like that. I'm not running anywhere. What's the shirt? It says, member of the bomb squad. If you see me running, follow quickly. Only time you run. Turtle Boy was demonetized for years because of his views on. Oh, yeah. See, now I'm not a doctor. I've never even played one on TV. I've mildly played one in private, but I will say that I think it should be fair to say, the politics behind the vaccine is the part that I always found fascinating. How come when you took lawyers out of the equation, that scared me? I feel like that. When you took the lawyers out, that scared me. What? What? We need to know more. Yes. Oh my gosh, Dan, I used to say that. I used to say that. Whatever happened to that? Um, my choice. Whatever. Right before then, everybody thought Jay McCarthy was a genius. Just saying. I'm gonna get going. Sorry. Um, let's see here. Investigation of the John Keevan prosecutor Read for his murder, more specifically, Read and Kearney conspired to defame and did defame the plaintiffs by falsely asserting, among other things, that they were responsible for O'Keefe's death, conspired to conceal their roles in his death, and framed Read for murder. The plaintiffs are now and have always been entirely innocent of any involvement in O'Keefe's tragic death. Something gets me about that. Hang on. Let my thought process. Reed's and Kearney's calculated operation to assassinate. What a choice of words. If you say this word on the YT, it's a no word. The character and reputations of the plaintiffs has caused incalculable harm, subjecting them to a daily tidal wave of hatred, harassment, and intimidation. While the damage to these plaintiffs has been catastrophic, Reed's and Kearney's lies have also caused a rupture within the Canton, Massachusetts community, poisoning the community's cohesion and discourse. Everybody in Canton, your cohesion and discourse has been contaminated. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. You don't even know. That's the whole thing. Now, you don't even know. What, your body bad choices? Oh, yeah. I need to read that. Kristen, how's it going, babe? Okay, the plaintiffs bring this civil action finally to finally hold Reed and Kearney accountable for the wreckage and their conduct has caused and to prove in a public forum governed by the rules of evidence that Reed and Kearney individually and collectively pursued a deliberate scheme to spread lies about the plaintiffs, use social media and other amplification means to achieve. Hang on a second, I think this is too big for me to read. Oh, that's a lot better. Ooh. Means to achieve maximum penetration of those lies and enrich themselves through their ill-gotten celebrity. I think they're really messing with us right here. Achieve maximum penetration of those lies. That's they're doing this for YouTube. I'm telling you that they're jurisdiction and venue. I'm assuming it's proper. It's because at least one party in this case resides in. What do you think? So this is filed in Barnstable County, not Canton County. Pretty much have to prove their statements. Plus, that Karen and Turtleboy knew those statements to be true. It's still considered to free Karen Reed by destroying the plaintiffs. Good luck. Oh yeah, it's a far fetched craziness. Thank you so much, Kimberly Ray. I can't even say I can't talk. Why can't I do it?
Oh my.
Yeah, so Higgins lives there, but is that not where this is? Second favorite Courtney. Have you been to Audi yet? Have you ever heard Never mind. Oh, hey, by the way, I hope your son got home safe, and I'm assuming so because you're here. Blessings to your family. You know, they probably would have meant that. We were having fun the other night. What planning stages? Oh, of Audi. Wait, did Volstorm get a membership? You know, every time he does, he goes back into Discord and has a little community powwow. You guys got to watch for him back there. All right. The parties. Okay, so Karen Reed is a resident of North Dighton, Massachusetts, on January 22nd. An intoxicated Reed struck O'Keefe in the back of her Lexus SUV, incapacitating him, and ultimately causing the death. This right here is a defamatory statement. That is not true. 2 juries have proven her to be innocent. And to continue to say that is libelous and slanderous and all other good stuff. Can I call it barnacle? I know barnacle. Look at this. Look at this. Memphis girl got you. All right, hang on. Sorry, I was going through chats. Reed was arrested after being indicted on grand jury for second-degree murder, manslaughter, vehicle while under the influence of alcohol. And this really does bother me. That was never proven. And leaving the scene of an accident resulting in death in connection with her causing death. Oh, look, resulting in death in connection with her causing the death. Oh, that's weirdly written. But still, that's not that's weird. That's not. Why would you even say that? Why'd you even put that in there? Jury failed to reach a unanimous verdict on the charged offenses, and the court declared a mistrial. In 2025, the Commonwealth retried Reed. And on June 18th, the jury convicted Reed of driving under the influence of alcohol, but concluded that the Commonwealth failed to prove Reed's. Boy, listen how this is written. The jury convicted Reed of driving under the influence of alcohol, but concluded that the Commonwealth failed to prove Reed's guilt beyond a reasonable doubt on their main charges. While that's true, I mean, it's a technical truth, but the way I hear that is it was written to imply that she is guilty, just the Commonwealth did a bad job at trying her. Concluded the Commonwealth failed to prove her guilt. Defendant Turtleboy is a resident of Holden, Massachusetts. He owns and operates the website, the Daily News. Oh, no, TB Daily News. Is responsible for content that appears on that website. Kearney also owns and controls the YouTube channel Turtleboy Live, the Rumble channel Turtleboy Daily News, the Facebook page TB Daily News, the X account under the handle Dr. Turtleboy, the Instagram page. I didn't know you had an Instagram. Turtleboy News, and TikTok account. He's got TikTok too. Kearney monetizes the content he publishes on these various platforms and outlets by selling merchandise and advertising, and by asking for donations to his Cash App account at $sign Uncle Turtleboy. Oh my gosh. You can't sit here and say that you conspired to create this to make money and then go out there and promote everything that makes them money. Oh my gosh, do you see the hypocrisy in that? The Prince of Wales has entered the chat. Oh, did walk 2.5 miles this morning, 2.5 afternoon. It feels good to walk without the muscle spasms. That is awesome, Kimberly. You know what? I did not walk, and I feel it. I feel awful. Courtney, he is stalking so many people. What number are you? He goes by numbers, not by names. Diane Jesus, dealer's choice. Oh my goodness gracious. Why did I think of dealer's choice and I thought of wait, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Did I delete that? Because I moved everything around to make it easier to find.
woke up to go get me a cold pop, and then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh, Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus.
My child just fell down.
No, that last one made me laugh. I apologize. Diane said, old-fashioned G from the corn stalks of Stalk Mania. Expert, what are you reading this without? What are you reading this without Emily? Yeah, she was in the chat earlier. You know, she's got a lot of things going on. You know, she like teaches the world. She's the world teacher now. She's the world teacher. Lord, no, I'm not ending the stream. I'm not ending the stream. No. I get dinged. I've got 20 dings right now for sweet. No, I didn't. It was Sweet Brown. They ding me. They don't like me. His name is Patel of India. Patel. It's so aggravating. It was like, Patel, you do not own Sweet Brown. Nobody owns Sweet Brown. All right. Let's see. Let's go to the plaintiffs here. A plaintiff McCabe is a resident of Canton, Massachusetts. Testified publicly under oath excuse me, and under oath at the trial and retrial of Reed. She also voluntarily testified as a witness before state and federal grand juries. Ooh, I not seen any of that stuff. I mean, I know about it. I guess I don't know. Brian Albert. Oh, I thought this when I saw plaintiff, didn't read it. And at first I thought it said Prince Albert. Sorry, Albertsons. It is a resident of Norwood, Massachusetts, and a retired sergeant in the Boston Police Department. Brian Albert testified publicly and under oath at the trial. Reed also testified voluntarily as a witness before state and federal grand juries. Plaintiff Colin Albert is a resident of Canton, Massachusetts. Colin Albert testified publicly and under oath at the trial. Reed and voluntarily at the federal grand jury. Holy cow, man. Plaintiff Brian Higgins, the resident of Sandwich, Massachusetts. You guys are messing with me again. I know you're messing with me. There's no way in the world that Higgy Bear lives in Sandwich, Massachusetts. That's not true. You guys, I'm stopping this, man. I know it. I don't know how you did it this time, but you're messing with me. And you know what? I know it. I know it too, because Emily C came into the chat. She was here just long enough that you guys knew it. You knew what to do. You're messing with me. I'm not falling for it. I'm not falling for it. Guess the name of the deli in Sandwich, Massachusetts? Is there one? No, there's no way. Higgy Bear does not live in Sandwich. What do you think? It can't be, y'all. That's not true. That's not true. Kimberly Ray, thank you so much. You know what? Oh, I wish I had a long, better tune because I really need to go get something to drink. I'm parched.
Wiggle, 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 yeah. 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 Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Yes. No, forget it. Yes.
Expert is my.
Sorry, it's on loop. I need a drink. My son laughed when he saw the sign Sandwich Police. Are you serious? That's where the sandwich was invented? And they make lobster rolls. They don't even make sandwiches. Oh, wait, hold on. Is that Maine? Maine, Massachusetts. I don't know the difference. I don't know the difference. There's a bunch of places in Sandwich. Are you serious? Wait, Cape Cod, like the potato chips? No, no. I think I have some Cape Cod potato chips downstairs. Now I want potato chips and a Coke. I guess you won't believe there's an Earl of Sandwich in England. No, there's a Higgy Bear of Sandwich in Cape Cod Chips, Massachusetts. This is not true. You guys are so messing with me. You're so messing with me. Sandwich fire? The Sandwich Fire Department responded to 5,200 calls last year. What's going on? There's no way this is true. What, Sandwich, Massachusetts is indeed where Higgy Bear lives? No, no. You can't. You guys have got to. Well, the chips are good, man. I don't think they're a trap. I mean, I guess they are a trap. You eat them, you want more. I went to high school with a kid named Richard. Yearbook to prove it. It's good to be the judge. It's a fun beach town. You guys. Okay, so Higgy Bear lives in a beach town named Sandwich. He's over there building little, see, they're little lighthouses in Cape Cod. He doesn't build sandcastles, he builds little lighthouses. You guys, okay, I know. Emily put you up to this. You guys, you did a good job. You get gold star, okay? Gold star. Special agent with the ATF, Higgins testified publicly under oath. Charles Reed, he also testified voluntarily as a witness before the federal grand juries. Non-party, John O'Keefe. Wait, is John O'Keefe suing? Was a resident of Canton. Non-party, Alan Jackson was Reed's attorney. Non-party, David Yannetti was Reed's attorney. Why did they put those people in there? That's weird. Factual background. In the middle of a snowstorm, Reed struck O'Keefe, and with the back of her Lexus SUV, while she was driving drunk, leaving him to die in freezing temperatures. Front lawn, 34 Fairview Road in Canton, Massachusetts. Sorry. Even Elvis can't do that. Reed repeatedly ran him over. No. So first responder to the scene, I hit him. Isn't there audio tape? And made other incriminating statements, including telling the police she did not see O'Keefe in her 34 Fairview. Investigation into O'Keefe's death resulted in arrest, indictment, prosecution for Reed for his murder. Jackson and they represent Reed in connection with the Commonwealth's prosecution. What does that have to do with defamation? What does Jackson and Yannetti have to do with defamation? Shortly after her arrest, and consistent with her several admissions of liability, Reed's counsel, Yannetti, told the court that O'Keefe's death was an accident by calling the charges a tremendous reach and explaining that Reed had no criminal intent. Well, you have to have intent to commit a crime. Well, he described himself at times as Kearney's occupation was that of a aspiring internet personality with limited reach of the greater Boston area. He primarily commented on sports and other media reports. Kearney's objective was to attract attention to himself in order to build a brand and monetize his audience. To do so, Kearney routinely engaged in provocation and courted controversy. While he described himself at times as a journalist, in fact, Kearney has no journalistic training, editorial standards, or oversight. None of the things are needed. So that's a big, okay. So everything they're talking about there is like the old-fashioned newsrooms, okay? Like they had an editor would read the articles to make sure, there weren't spelling errors and grammatical errors and all other stuff. They don't have any of that anymore because of the internet. Newspapers and everything. Wait, Zach's being nice? It's a trap, Ballstorm. It's a trap. Zach offended me. What else is new? Well, if his audience is getting monetized, I'm going over there to subscribe. I want to be paid to watch. Here's the other thing. They'll really be monetized now. It's oh my gosh, it's crazy. But the whole journalistic thing, like this is make believe. This idea, it's like, I mean, it died out with Al Gore once he invented the internet. There's no, I mean, what makes a journalist? That's always been the question. Okay, how about this one? Massachusetts. Have you ever heard of a guy named Thomas Paine? He wrote a little pamphlet called Common Sense. It launched the revolution. Guess what? It was printed in back alley printers' offices after hours, underneath the king's watchful eye, the eye of Sauron's looking around, making sure there's no nefarious stuff being talked about, written about, or anything else. And Thomas Paine wrote a little pamphlet that said, "These are the times that try men's souls." Are you a summer patriot or a winter soldier? Genuine. It's Kearney. Aidan Kearney. What did I say? Did I do Kearney? Like a carnival?
No, 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 oh no! This is not what I had in mind at all! This Danish flag represents my disapproval! No, 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 oh no! This is not what I had in mind at all! This Danish flag represents my disapproval!
I didn't even mean to do that 2 times. I swear to you, I do a Kearney. Passed away. You got to remind me to just call him Turtleboy. I got to call him Turtleboy. I can't call him anything else but Turtleboy, or I'll mess it up. Thank you, Genuine. I'm very humbled. Remember when Brandy said Tom Sawyer will be rolling over in its grave? Bradle, not Brandy. I really need that drink. Oh my gosh. Despite her several admissions of liability. Oh gosh, man. This is so defamatory towards Karen. By the time she was indicted and arrested on murder and related charges, Read had set in motion a defamation campaign to falsely blame others for Keith's death, to escape responsibility for her own culpability. Prior to her arraignment, Reed falsely denied responsibility for accused death, and contrary to her prior admissions, falsely stated to law enforcement officers that she was not responsible for O'Keefe's death. Instead, she falsely claimed that O'Keefe had been beaten up by Brian and Colin Albert. Did I get that right? Albertsons. Reed knew the statement was false and that Brian Albert and Colin Albert had nothing to do with O'Keefe's death because she knew that she had hit O'Keefe with her car, causing his death. You know, I mean, that's such a... I think John O'Keefe was dead before he got there. How about that? He was dead the entire night. What you saw on videotape was zombie O'Keefe. Now, that throws a monkey wrench in your suit, doesn't it? They might like a monkey wrench in their suit. I take that back. Reed's false accusation against Brian Albert and Colin Albert was recorded on police body cameras, the only body cameras in Massachusetts, and released to the public during a pretrial hearing in April 2024. To facilitate the spread and publication of her lies, Reed found an unlisted Turtleboy. This complaint does not include each and every example of Reed and Turtleboy's defamatory statements and conduct. Upon the conclusion of discovery, the plaintiffs will identify all defamatory statements to be presented at trial. Karen Reed during arrest, we're all in on the same joke, right? Is that what she supposedly said? I mean, that doesn't... Anyway. As of April 23, Turtleboy and Reed, through an intermediary of Reed's counsel. Okay, like, y'all know that like mob movies are not real life. Like I've never met a mobster that, oh no, I take it back. I have once. That was in Las Vegas. I don't live in Las Vegas. And that was weird. He put suntan lotion on my back. Don't ask. Don't ask. It was a long time ago. Reed's counsel began communicating with one another to further Reed's defamatory scheme against the plaintiffs. Turtleboy described the intermediary as a copy and paste vessel that just sent messages between Reed and him. Copy pasta. Reed used an intermediary and her counsel to correspond with Turtleboy to conceal the defendant's relationship and to create a basis upon which she could plausibly deny her role in Turtleboy's false claims. Is this true? Is this a proven thing? I haven't gotten to that day of make it make sense. Legal Tubes, how you doing? Loving the expert content. I don't know why. I won't click. It doesn't click. I'd have to like copy and paste. And then I feel like I might be a third-party vessel. Oh, what? Natalie the German. No, that's a spy's name. Okay. Oh, Natalie the German. That was, I don't know what accent that was. I have one accent, and that was one of them. All I know about German is you can't pronounce W's. Are you guys being serious, though? I don't know who Natalie is. So you guys need to send that one. Go to the Emily C. X at the Emily C. Go tell her. So you know that expert doesn't know who the German is. These allegations have not been proven. I'd like to see them try. Could you imagine? Like, this is going to be going on. People who have made their careers off of this. This is going to be going on until their grandparents and great grandparents. I'm loving these fresh eyes on this. I'm glad. Like hey, you know what? Speaking of fresh eyes, look at what I did. I got where'd it go? Oh, look. Just for y'all. I got eye drops. And these things, I absolutely swear by this. If for a few days now. So, oh my gosh, my eyes feel so much better. See that? TheraTears. It's a supplement. They're big old pills too. Look at this. Can you see? Does that give you size? Can you? Okay, so like, where do you go? I don't know. Oh, wait. Hold on. Here we go. I know how I can compare size. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So this is, you got to take 3 of these a day. And this is Pickle Rick. See? It's nice. Be cool. You wear a little hat. Pickle Rick. You know what you don't have? A drink. I know. I really need to get one. Did you get them at Albertsons? No, we don't have an Albertsons around here. We have Publix. Oh, there's a Publix. What? Expert, we don't ever see your eyes, but thank you for thinking of us. Well, that's one of the reasons why I wear sunglasses. So I have a 32-inch monitor here, and then I've got 2 little, I like my laptop and my whatever this is thing over here. And so it's just, it kills my eyes. That's why, there is only I can't show you. There's only, well, it's, Memorial Day's coming up, followed by the 4th of July. And so all the lights are red, white, and blue. Hogan's Heroes. I know nothing. And shoes. So I have traction. Oh yeah, the drops. So that's a huge thing. The chronic dry eye. My mom had it, and it's a weird deal. But yeah, this thing is TheraTears. So it sounded like a normal thing, and it was the cheapest ones I could find. Yes, expert and all that. All right, so a copy paste vessel. Pursuant to the scheme, Kearney would publicize and widely disseminate Reed's false claims that the plaintiffs and others, pursuant to the scheme, and others, did I say Turtleboy? So Kearney, right? Turtleboy. And others in an effort to destroy the reputations of these individuals so that Reed could evade responsibility for causing the death of O'Keefe. As part of this scheme, Reed sought to launder defamatory material by gratuitously including it in pleadings filed in the court. For example, on April 12th of 23, Reed, through her counsel, filed a discovery motion for a second time to obtain Brian Albert's phone, in which he falsely stated that Brian Albert and Colin Albert were responsible for O'Keefe's death and that McCabe was the mastermind who covered it up. Reed knew these statements were false. Y'all, I hate to tell you this, but right here, Reed, through her counsel, she did not write it. Okay, she did not write. Now they handed her a copy. They said, go over this, make sure that you agree with everything that's on here, blah, blah, blah. She did not write it. There was a laser last night. Reed, through her counsel, also attached several non-public documents to the filing that had zero evidence and the narrow issue before the court. The purpose, in part, of those extraneous non-public documents was to convey the surreptitiously to Kearney, Turtleboy, who then would amplify the public dissemination of the defamatory material all in furtherance of the defendant's defamation scheme. Boy, that's a lot of syllables. For example, Read attached an unredacted copy of the Canton Police Department's incident report that listed the private addresses, cell phone numbers, and social security numbers of her inter alia. See, I can't do German either. Can't say it. The plaintiffs Read. It's funny to me and one other person here that knows. I can't pronounce it. Oh my gosh. After filing, Read through her intermediary forwarded her April 12th filing to Turtleboy for the purpose of Turtleboy publishing and widely disseminating her false statements with encouragement and direction from. It can't be court document. It's a court document. It's public record. Do they not know that the taxpayers paid to prosecute her 2 times? Public money. You have a right to know what the government's spending your money on. I don't know if Massachusetts has passed a law saying you're allowed to do that yet or not. E-Chase, how you doing? E-Chase, help. Help. The alternate culprit is also a valid defense. Yeah, what's that called? Something, I don't know. Hankenberry or something like that. Hankenberry Act. I don't know. I don't know court. I learned my lesson. Don't go to court. Those of you that are wondering, yes, I did graduate from law school and I have a background in law, and I am not a practicing attorney. I'm not licensed. I don't want to be. I never wanted to be. And right now, what I'm doing, YouTube is my best life. And all this got started because right around the pandemic, my mom also started having health problems, and doing this was a lot better than working 12 hours a day to bill 8 hours in a law firm. So here we are. And I never want anybody to ever know any of that stuff I just told you, but that's why I'm here. Oh, I hate it. Let's see here. Kearney published his first blog post days after receiving these false statements from Read. Okay, here's the thing. How did Turtleboy and Read meet? That's not part of this. Indeed, prior to Turtleboy's 18th publication, Turtleboy shared his draft blog with Read through her intermediary, who provided Turtleboy with dozens of corrections, which Turtleboy understood to be from Read. Do you know how bad if she was doing that without counsel's knowledge, her attorney should fire her. They should be like, "I'm firing you. I'm not your attorney anymore." Remember, it's a dead language. Who cares how you pronounce it? Maybe you remember, I'm a redneck from Tennessee. I get a lot of words wrong. It's because I didn't do it. They did it. You got certified 2 years ago, paralegal because law interests you. Oh my gosh. No. No. Look, let me tell you the best thing.
No.
Oh. All right. Let's see. It's her Mary texted Turtleboy, amaze ball sauce. And thank you so much. You know what? After going over the text messages with Higgy Bear, amaze ball sauce, and thank you so much. I don't know that it has the normal connotation it would have had with me. Then April 18th, the defendant's defamation campaign went public when Turtleboy published his first two parts of his Cat and Cup series. In part one, Turtleboy stated that Jennifer McCabe did not kill John O'Keefe since she's not physically capable of that. Brian Albert, Colin Albert, and the dog were more than capable of that. And Colin Albert had the motive. McCabe was just the quarterback in the cover up. He also explained that Jennifer McCabe would never have been able to cover up this murder without the assistance of law enforcement. Turtleboy admitted that he made these statements based on the beliefs relayed to him by his sources, although not identified at the time. Those sources were Read and her legal team. In part two, Turtleboy posted screenshots of people's messages to him that were critical to his defamatory statements. He made no effort to redact the names and proceeded to publicly mock them. Turtleboy claimed that most people were shocked and outraged about the amount of evidence indicating that O'Keefe was killed by fellow BPD Sergeant Brian Albert and nephew Colin Albert and possibly others. Wait, they were on the same force together? This is new to me. I didn't know that. Yeah, I know. This is what so this make mine a mini. Make mine in mini. Sorry. I knew it wasn't right what I was saying. Make mini me. That's what I was saying at the beginning. Is it amazes me that here you got Turtleboy is being prosecuted for witness intimidation, and he's being sued for defamation for this. Something that's just a little weird. Turtleboy says that he wrote his first article after reading Yanetti's first filing. He says Karen had nothing to do with his first article. So this, the suit here doesn't have that right. Different departments. Wow, I mean, how was a veteran officer Keith looked up to him? Inspired by want to accept the invite? Really? Huh. To Fox News, Turtleboy later explained that after he published the beginning of the Can't Cover Up series, his blog exploded. He had a record-setting audience with over 500,000 views. Elsewhere, Turtleboy explained that he would first go live on his YouTube channel. He would usually have about 300 live viewers, but he had over 2,000 the first night during his live stream about the Can't Cover Up. With his newly found audience, Turtleboy was now able to disseminate Read's false narrative to an even larger audience as Read intended. Indeed, given the success of the first show at publishing and disseminating Read's false narrative to a wider audience, Read's intermediary told Turtleboy Read's counsel, Jackson and Yannetti, wanted to speak directly with Turtleboy. The conversation between Turtleboy and Read's counsel occurred on April 20th, in which they spoke about Read's campaign. Turtleboy secretly recorded that conversation. Oh, jeez. Okay, wait a second. So I have a lot of things with everything here. So right here, I have about 300 live viewers to over 2,000. You know, let me tell you, like, are those verified? I mean, because just because it says that on the screen doesn't mean YouTube has it right. I mean, there's a thing going on right now that YouTube's numbers aren't showing up right with people. I saw, who was it? I saw somebody's StreamYard snapshot the other day, and it showed about half the amount of people that YouTube was saying were watching. Who's right? If you're in StreamYard, you can stream to multiple channels. And I mean, you do that, I'll sit there and it'll show like there's hundreds of people watching. And then you look at just your YouTube numbers, and they're low. It's all weird. You don't know how many there is. Don't ever look at the numbers as the basis of things. But I mean, that's just unless it's somehow certified that those were the numbers, like that's been audited some way, then I don't even you don't even know it's real. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I think that they, the plaintiffs, don't understand social media very well. And that's fine. There's nothing against them because I don't understand it either. When I hear people start talking about how you do it on Kick or how you do it on Facebook, I don't even know how to get into Facebook. I mean, it's just I've seen so much bad stuff on Facebook. I don't want to be over there. There is, how do you on Twitch? How do you get viewers on Twitch? Um, you know, it's very specific and very different audiences. TikTok, that's a whole new realm. And now they've got live stuff. You go to TikTok, all the TikTok looks like is like trailer trash QVC. Sorry, nothing against trailers or anything, but you get what I'm saying. It just is like I'm gonna go back to reading this. Where's my screen at? I need a drink. I need a drink, dang it. I need a song to go so we can go get a drink. With the newly found audience, Turtleboy is able to disseminate this. Okay. Yeah, he recorded the conversation. That's weird. In Massachusetts, you have to be a 2-person, right? Consent. And then another thing, keep in mind, he wasn't his first corruption case. There are others over the preceding 10 years. I don't know anything about that. I know what I know about Turtleboy is that I think that being prosecuted for witness intimidation is it's a it's I can't say the word I'm trying to use. It's shameful the way they're treating the First Amendment. Reading this right now makes me understand a little bit more that I don't think they understand the First Amendment. I don't know. Massachusetts, I don't know if you guys know, we maybe need to have like basic con law for y'all. You guys love freedom, man. It's awesome. Do you know that you can do whatever your free will suggests as long as you don't take away from the rights of others? It's amazing what it is. Established audience. Then he read about Kearney. Yeah, it's a different audience. So he reported on other corruption cases. So that's kind of his thing. But he also, like, when that wasn't going on, I guess, like, he did sports coverage, stuff like that. Like, I love doing breaking news. I love, like, a year ago, there was the wildfires in California. I couldn't get enough of that. It was like for like 4 or 5 days straight. I was just covering those. Uh, police chases. I mean, I don't do many police chases, but I mean, I love stuff like that. That's the thing. But it doesn't mean that, the rest of the time, like I'm reading this, and I mean, I'm not reading this the rest of the time, but it's just you're creator. That's what you do. This is in Massachusetts. This is the House Defendants. And what other Attorney agreed to exist the case? I'm telling you, you guys are gonna have to send her a list. There's so many things right now I don't even know what's going on. 2 days after speaking directly with Reed's counsel, Turtleboy made additional false statements in the direction of Reed. Of his weekend live show, Turtleboy repeated Reed's false claim that O'Keefe was killed inside during a fight with Colin Albert and/or Brian Albert. During that show, Turtleboy also used the phone numbers that Reed and her counsel intentionally made public What does this remind me of? Oh, it does. Made public in their April 12th Rule 17 motion. Turtleboy used those numbers to call McCabe and Brian Albert and directly accused them both of cover up. Oh, that's pretty. That's ballsy. That's I don't know any other way to say it. Directly accused them both of cover up. Turtleboy's voicemail left on Brian Albert's phone asked, "Did you kill John Keefe? And was it your nephew Colin or you covering for him? How did your dog get downstairs and begin biting Mr. Oh, wow. Wow. Later in the show, Turtleboy shared images of the Canton Police Department's incident report, distributing to his thousands of followers the private addresses, phone numbers, and social security numbers of the plaintiffs as a direct result of Turtleboy publicizing their personal identifying information, which he received to read the plaintiffs who were not generally recognized or responsible for Hugh's death began to experience disturbing levels of defamation, harassment, and abuse by members of Turtleboy's audience. Can you prove it was his audience? That's exactly what Read intended when she began to use Turtleboy to disseminate publish her false story. You know, Karen has to be one of the most intelligent criminal masterminds. She makes Gene Hackman's Lex Luthor look like a nobody. I mean, that she can foresee the future and say, you know, if I get this, what's the guy's name? Snakehead? Or what is he? Frog legs? Turtleboy. Yeah, Turtleboy. If I can get this Turtleboy guy to repeat these things, which they still haven't put anything in there. How did they scheme for this? Was it like, hey, if you do this, you'll get a big audience? You know how many times I've been told that? What I do? I don't do any of it because I'm not doing anything I'm uncomfortable with. No, you're not going to get a big audience. You don't know that. It's a gamble. Holy cow! I'm surprised. You know what? If I were Turtleboy, I would start going like, you know what? I bought all my views. No, don't say that. Don't say that. That's a bad thing. Don't buy views, by the way. But what if somebody did buy views for him? Do you know those are real views? Has there been an audit of this? What if somebody did? It's so like, what if he only had 15 people watching the whole time? Who knows? Oh my gosh. Please know that the whole state of Massachusetts is not as the couple trials make it look. I don't know, Mitchell. You're gonna have to prove it. Did you see KFC's tweet today? Kentucky Fried Chicken. Y'all remind me. Maybe I'll show that later. So after the broadcast ended, Yannetti, who was watching the live broadcast, messaged Turtleboy congratulating him. That was priceless, dude. Great effing show. Really enjoying the turtle reporting. Yet Reed and her counsel repeatedly deceived the public about Reed's coordination and relationship with Turtleboy, in part because they knew that using Turtleboy as a defamation mouthpiece could subject Reed to civil liability for defamation and related civil misconduct. The very thing we have here, the civil liability for defamation. For example, during the September 23 Boston Magazine interview, Reed and her counsel stated that they'd never been in contact with Turtleboy. This statement was false and intended to hide the fact that Turtleboy was carrying out Reed's defamatory scheme. Moreover, 20 months after telling Turtleboy, God, can you believe it was still going on? About that his April 22nd show accusing McCabe, Albert, and Albert. McCabe, Albert, and Albert. Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe of being involved in the death of O'Keefe was a great effing show. Yannetti disavowed Reed's relationship with Turtleboy in an address he gave to Boston College Law School on November 11th regarding Reed's first trial. Yannetti said he had concerns that Turtleboy and that he was someone you want to keep at arm's length. Okay, so what does that have to do? One doesn't have anything to do with the other. So Yannetti, not Reed, contacted Turtleboy after his first show. Then he continued to watch Turtleboy. He's like, oh, I decided this is someone that's not good to be around for the defense. He changed his mind. Shocking. Are there any ladies in the audience? Have any ladies ever changed their mind? All I see is Applebee's. Oh, I put cheese on my chicken sandwich tonight. It was good. Did you see that too? Did I miss anything? Okay. God, I really need to go get a drink. There's only 2,490 pages left. Let's see here. Oh, geez, it's 10 o'clock. I'm going to go about 30 more minutes and then we'll save this for later. Okay. If I can get through this first part. More than 20 months after telling Turtleboy the show was great, he went to Boston College. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Similarly, Jackson publicly denied communicating and coordinating with Turtleboy. On October 18th interview, Jackson denied involving Turtleboy in Reed's public strategy. Yet during the same interview, Reed acknowledged she had communicated with Turtleboy frequently, but she limited that disclosure, claiming that the two only spoke in the months leading up to her criminal trial. Okay. Y'all listen. If somebody if what I say, if you took one show and you broke down every single word and tried to use it against me, oh, I'm screwed, man. I don't remember what I said. I don't know what I said last sentence. Turboy didn't write about Kearney until 15 months after she was charged. Local media have been covering the case, but not reporting the facts. See? Go get a drink. Okay, I think I will. All right, everybody, we're gonna go get a drink, okay? I'll be right back. There's an axolotl. You guys want something different? I have an axolotl and I have let's see what else do I have? You want to see baby me? Here, you have baby me. There's baby me. Hey everybody, I'm a little expert. I'm a little expert. How you doing? Hey, side eyes, Jess. I'll be right back. Thank you. Holy cow. I wish I had Dr. Pepper. What? I have no idea. The skin of the not sure. I don't know what that is. Let's all go to the snack bar. Wish I had a snack bar. Wish I had. I need to get a fridge. Just read the Boston Magazine article. Not as nefarious as the filing makes it appear. Go figure. The plaintiffs will have an uphill battle to prove contact prior to Turtleboy's first article. Yeah, right. I went to the drink machine, refrigerator. You just said that. What'd you say? Where are we? Wait, sunshine's here. I wish it were Dr. Pepper. I wish it were. Y'all, before I forget, everybody in chat, remember June 3rd, 4th, and 5th, FNL Dollywood. Come meet somebody yes, it is Diet Coke. Come meet cool people, unlike myself. Broken Baker should be there. And it's a whole list of people. I need to get the list put together. Actually, I got a lot of work to do. Got a lot of work to do. And then today, I just I didn't want I just felt weird. Anyway, yeah, no, I need some music. I need something. Nobody guessed what? The drink? Diet Coke? Yeah. That's what I was drinking earlier. Let's see here. So in part 10, the Ken cover-up series, wherein he again accused McCabe of covering up murder and pretending to be a compassionate person while a completely innocent woman faces decades in prison. In response, Read through her intermediary message Turtleboy stating, "Please tell Turtleboy that article might be his best so far." Turtleboy responded, "Really? That from her?" The intermediary replied, "Yup." Oh my gosh. Kearney has published 545 parts to his Canton cover-up series, along with countless other pieces of content, including posts on X and YouTube, falsely claiming that the plaintiffs were responsible for Keith's death. Kearney's content has spanned thousands of tweets, hundreds of blog posts, hundreds of YouTube videos, and countless other public statements across a variety of platforms. Turtleboy has also continued to spread his harmful defamatory statements in interviews with multiple sources. Isn't spread something isn't that a joke from one of the experts or something? I forget. All right, the conspiracy continues. How much longer is that? We gotta make some more pages up. We gotta do this quick. All right, the conspiracy continues. Now, I've never seen a part B to a. Well, there goes mine. I've never seen part B to something that is labeled continues, right? Read and Kearney continued communicating before Turtleboy. Sorry, Genuine. Continued communicating before, during, and after his trials to coordinate with the defamation of the plaintiffs. Read and Turtleboy agreed to act in concert and used their defamation of the plaintiffs to subvert the Commonwealth's prosecution, to attract an audience, and to monetize the audience and their celebrity. Good Welcher, blue paint man. He spreads his oh yes, Debbie Joe. He spreads his load. Yes, that's what it was. What was the guy? Judd, like Judd Nelson. Ah! Oh my gosh, did you guys hear about this? Hold on. Where'd he go? Hang on. Did you guys hear that Patrick Muldoon passed away. You know what I'm talking about? He was in Starship Troopers and like some other shows. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty sad if you know him. Blue Pain Man, Blue Pain spreading his love to the Coke store. Yeah, he is them guy. Oh, including his underwear. Isn't that weird? Hey, you know what I found out though about that E-Chase? Am I saying your name right? Because if I'm not, I'm going to keep doing it anyway. E-Chase. And I dig your avatar too. I love cartoons. Anyway, John O'Keefe, wears the same jeans I do. Lucky brand. They weren't lucky for him. Janice, how you doing? Just stopping by to say hi and hit the like button. Thank you so much. Wait, what did King Bob say? Oh, wait, hold on. Now, I'd love to go, but my neck can't handle 12-hour drive. What's happening? I know an Emily. She's a brunette. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Emily, see, it's only been so much longer before she realizes, man, I really do hate this guy. Oh my gosh, every time she tells me something like having her in college, just college experience, I'm like, oh yeah, I knew that girl. Oh, I'm so much trouble. Never met a bad Emily. Oh, tell my Dollywood. Yeah, this is gonna be the last year. No, I'm kidding. I don't know what's gonna happen. White Rabbit last year, canceled it. Took till January before she'd say it was okay. Yeah. So I didn't want to say that part, but I was like, ooh. Oh my gosh, Emily, you gotta come to all the shows now. I'll be looking for you. I'll be like, oh look. Yo, this is so much fun. Thank you guys so much. This is you guys make this happen. All right, so Read and Turtleboy continue communicating before, during, and after her trials to coordinate the defamation of the plaintiffs. Read and Turtleboy agreed to act in concert and use their defamation of the plaintiffs to subvert the Commonwealth's prosecution and attract an audience and monetize the audience and their celebrity. How much money has Karen made off of this? In furtherance of this theme, Read regularly funneled non-public information to Turtleboy using tradecraft. Oh, wow. This is the most Did Jesse Ventura write this? Because this is such a conspiracy-laden document, such as intermediaries, so that Turtleboy could selectively publish at Reed's behest certain non-public material for the purpose of casting false suspicion. Excuse me, it's that Coke talking. False suspicion on the plaintiffs and away from Reed. Reed instructed Turtleboy to falsely claim that he had not received information from Reed when in fact he had done exactly that. I'm telling you, she is Gene Hackman levels of criminal mastermind. Wait, are you being serious? I try to make as many as possible. I'm also from Massachusetts, but north of Boston. Yes, guys, I love the Massachusetts audience. I love you guys. I love everybody. I love everybody here. I'll go Vegas. You heard about Vegas, Rick, right? Oh, I have so many questions. So many questions. Okay, despite having already publicly accused Colin Albert of accused murder in Reed's direction and encouragement, Turtleboy inquired of Reed's intermediary regarding how Reed knew that Colin Albert was ever at 34 Fairview. After accused allegedly arrived, in response, Reed through the intermediary. Shouldn't the intermediary be sued? I mean, why not sue the messenger? Heck, as far as we know, the messenger's the only one that sent. The messenger was Reed, as far as we know. They're saying, well, this third party person who we don't know who they are, you don't know if what this all hearsay. I mean, you don't know from like Reed to Turtleboy if that's true. If that's true, there's a third party, an unidentified third party out there. So we're just saying, like, oh yeah, whatever they said goes. How is this true? Is this true? I sure hope they can prove all this. Just think of the discovery Karen's team is going to have access to, of course. She will have the same. Yes. Foxy, how you doing? Oh, is this the chick that the chick you like that, Manny Me? Is this the chick, the chick? You guys can write that one down. Yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing that's the chick. Chick. I love it when I make myself laugh. I believe in the business, they say break a leg. But I'm not ever sure. I don't ever want to tell anybody to break a leg. I always feel bad. Oh. Well, nobody told me. You know who didn't tell me? The other Emily C. All right, let's see here. Probably accused. I can't send. Did I get past that? For example, on the 23rd, despite having already publicly accused, Reed's direction, encouragement, Turtleboy inquirer Reed's, how he knew that Albert was there. The response, Reed, through the German, responded, Brian and Nicole and Chris and Julie all testified he was there, but I can't send grand jury testimony because it's sealed. So then Karen Reed had nothing to do with this. This is all. Nobody trusts a German in court. You always have to check their teeth. Common sense. How you doing? What's going on, babe? How are you tonight? Is that the real meaning of it? I took a theater class, and I didn't know anything about that. I'm serious. Was curious. Oh, is that a different chick than I'm thinking of? Did Karen go to college in California? Does she build rockets? Is she a rocket scientist? Werner von Braun or whatever. See, I can't even. You think I can't say Latin? What do you think German is? German's all hamburger to me. All right. The statement was not true, and as no witness ever testified that Colin Albert was at the 34 Fairview after Reed's vehicle arrived at that location. Does that matter? The city Reed also informed Turtleboy through the intermediary about the details of the alleged non-public ongoing separate investigation. The details of alleged non-public of an alleged non-public. So maybe it is public. Ongoing separate investigation apparently related to law enforcement's investigation of O'Keefe's death. In a message to Turtleboy, Reed, through the German, stated, not public, the feds have been involved longer than anyone is likely guessing. Moreover, on December 1st, Turtleboy posted a YouTube video in which he included audio that had been recovered from O'Keefe's phone by investigators. Wearing a Jackson Yannetti 2024 t-shirt that is for sale on his website, Turtleboy played audio from a voicemail that read that Reed was leaving for O'Keefe at the time she found O'Keefe's body, was leaving for O'Keefe, incidentally capturing McCabe calling 911. What? Hold on, what does it say? Turtleboy posted a YouTube video in which he included audio that had been recovered from John's phone by investigators. Wearing a Jackson Yannetti t-shirt that has nothing to do. This is just fluff. Why would you even put this in there? Who cares? I mean, hey, go to Turtleboy's website if you want a t-shirt. Turtleboy played audio from a voicemail that Reed was leaving for O'Keefe at the time she found O'Keefe's body, incidentally capturing McCabe calling 911. I don't understand this. At the time of the Turtleboy YouTube video, only the Commonwealth Reed and Reed's legal team possess the. So there is. So Karen was leaving a call on John's voicemail that captured Jen McCabe calling 911. I mean, there's a lot. No, last week I thought we had we played hooky. Oh man, I can't. Yeah, that was on Karen's. Hold on, but that was on Karen's account. I remember that, but that was Karen's phone that came through. And I listened to that. How did I miss all that? How am I just now learning what I learned last week or 2 weeks ago? Ay ay ay! Ay caramba! No, this isn't working. This is how I know this is all a trick. You guys are tricking me. Birds aren't real. Pants are prison. These are things I know about. Okay. Oh my gosh. Karen was calling John frantically when they found the body. She left her phone in the car and still running when she jumped out. Then Jen made. Okay. Yeah, that seems normal. Christy Daniel, how you doing? Chastity, not Christy. See, look at that. Boy, do I treat new members great or what? I mispronounced your name. It's not even your name. It's somebody else's name. Chastity, how you doing? I hope you're well. as a member, you can join the Discord. I'll put, I didn't put the new link up. I was going to. I'll put the link up. You can come in there and, after on Sundays, I do members only streams. And afterwards, most of the time afterwards, I'm in the Discord. You can tell me how bad I suck. You can send me messages. The Discord's the best way to reach me, y'all. If you ever want to tell me what it is I learned. Maybe me. No, don't tell anybody. I'll forget to rewatch it. I need an expert t-shirt or hat to wear here in California. Sunshine. Oh, actually, you know what? Sunshine's weird about this. It's not weird. So Melody Couture, a friend of mine, she's a chatter. She was listening to the show in like Target one night in California. She lives in California, so she's 3 hours behind. So it's like 6 o'clock, something like that. She's walking around California, and somebody said to her, "Are you listening to the expert right now?" Oh, that was so weird. That was so weird. I didn't know what to think. But I need to update my merchandise store. I haven't in years. But you're giving me inspiration to go do it. It's a lot to remember. You have to remember, I did not know any of this stuff. I came in. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do. It's I'm gonna update it. I'm gonna update. If I just go missing for a couple, I can't go missing. This is the last month before Dollywood. Oh, but the pay period. The pay period. I gotta get my views up and everything. And I'm so far behind. I'm so far behind in everything. Sorry, guys. That was my little meltdown. I feel a little bit better. Maybe that's why I was so it's kind of out of it today. I really did get down. I was like, why am I down? Then I had some Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A makes everybody happy. All right. Okay, so now I understand about the phone call. Okay. Eventually, Read and Turtleboy started communicating directly for the purpose of sharing information, coordinating the timing of. Now, here's the thing: there's a big gap right here. Eventually, they start communicating directly. How did that happen? When did that happen? And aligning Reed's litigation strategy with their shared public defamation campaign. To do so, Reed utilized Signal, an encrypted messaging system, the voice detection and deletion of communications. Reed and Turtleboy ultimately exchanged over 189 phone calls. How do you know they did that if Signal is encrypted? Probably more than 40 hours in 2023 alone, not including the countless messages exchanged through Signal. And in conspiring with Turtleboy to defend the plaintiffs, Reed knew that Turtleboy and her statements blaming plaintiffs for the murder of accused were false because in reality, she was responsible for accused death. Okay, here we are. It ends right here. It ends right here. I mean, they just destroyed their own suit. Oh, no, I don't need a dictionary. Anyway, they just destroyed their own thing. Reed knew that Turtleboy was making defamatory statements because she knew she killed John. I like Chastity, y'all. I can tell. She's good peeps. Kate, how you doing? Yes. Which part? I see nothing. Wait. Chastity's a singer? Well, let's just go click, and I will check that out later. Oh, is Heather gone? Bye, Heather. Make mine a mini. I mean, I read your name instead of it's word salad. Holy cow, what's wrong with me? I've had too much talking's what's doing. All of it is BS. I get that. But by the way, Turtle has great prices for his shirts. My merchandise, like I've always marketed it. Did I say that right? It's priced at the lowest price it can be without me actually paying for it. Yeah, it's weird. It's but anyway, it's like I think it's like I get like a 19-cent profit, something like that. Because I've always been like, man, if somebody wants to wear some of my silliness on it, then they're welcome for it. Aidan's evil ex demon leaked his phone extraction. That's how they got the signal message. Oh, thank you. Thank you. See, I still haven't. I needed to watch that court hearing too. All right. In furtherance of this, you know what I need to do is the court hearing. Is that like 6 hours, right? I just need to do that like on a weekday. That's what I need to do. We need to build Lego. We'll build Legos and listen to craziness. All right. She was responsible for accused death. In furtherance of the scheme, on May 3rd, Turtleboy met with Reed, Jackson, and Yane for the purpose of coordinating Turtleboy's extrajudicial defamatory publications with Reed's litigation and media strategy. The same day, and after meeting with Reed and her counsel, Turtleboy posted a YouTube video reacting to Jackson's press conference. After a court appearance during this video, Turtleboy stated John O'Keefe was murdered by Brian Albert and Colin Albert, and that freaking dog and every other single person in the house who remains quiet to this day and participated in the lie. They're all guilty of murder as far as I'm concerned. Oh, look at that. They're all guilty as far as I'm concerned. That is a opinionated statement. Hence, not a factual one. I mean, because defamation, like, you're saying something to defame the person's good name, right? And also, remember that facts are a defense for defamation. Truth. Imagine that the discovery to be like, well, let's find out what happened. I would imagine that the defense attorneys for this would try to turn it into a murder trial against the plaintiffs. Oh, the court. Is there just that one, like, kind of grainy, or is there a clearer version of it? Which one should I play? I'm shocked that an attorney of this caliber filed this. Who is the attorney? I don't know. Wait, Chastity. Are you really a singer? I have to make sure you're not a joke by Zach. I don't trust him. I love him. I don't trust him. Isn't that awful? That here you come in and some dude wearing sunglasses on YouTube saying, I gotta make sure you're not a joke by Zach. I'm sorry. That was mean to me. I should never say anything. Put anybody in the same boat as Zach. Love you, brother. I'm just kidding, man. On May 24th, in conjunction with the publishing of Sirham, every single person in that house did when because by accusing every other single person in the house, Turtleboy intended to include McCabe and Higgins in his defamatory statement, a fact that his followers would have understood in light of prior publications. On May 24th, in conjunction with publishing part 39 of his Kearney cover-up, Turtleboy published a YouTube video reacting to Jackson's press conference following another court appearance. In the video, Turtleboy stated Jen McCabe and Brian Albert were involved and are covering it up. In a subsequent blog post, he continued, the McCabes have the look of evil in them. And when you see them in person, these are people with no shame. They aren't the least bit deterred by the fact that millions of people know that they participated in murder and subsequent cover-up the murder of a Boston police officer. There was something I was thinking about the other day, and it had to deal with Jen McCabe. And I'm trying to think how I was wording it. What the if it comes back to me, I'll say something. Days later, on May 30th, Turtleboy published part 43 of his scan cover-up series, wherein he discussed McCabe yet again, referring to her as Horseface. Wait a second, though. I didn't know this. Is that a fact? Is it? Does she look like a horse? I don't know. I haven't ever looked at a horse that looks like her, maybe. Or maybe I have. I don't know it. That part is true. That part is true. Oh, yeah, Jim, there she is. Wait a second. Are you sure? Are you sure it's a horse face? See? I don't think it was a horse. I don't think she looked like a horse. Just imagine. Jan. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine that?
Yes.
Oh, that's so weird, man. You can imagine some weird things. That's what happens when you're from Morocco.
No.
Oh, well, wherever you're from. Anyway. Oh my gosh, that's Dominic the donkey. I don't want to say bad things. Where's Roseman? Is Roseman? Y'all know Roseman Ranch? You should know Roseman Ranch. If you don't know Roseman Ranch, you need to know her. You need to go over and hang out with her sometime. She does. She has a rescue ranch, and that's Dominic the donkey. The TV show was Hee Haw. Oh my gosh. Yes, Dominic is much cuter. I'll get you, Turtleboy. Turtleboy is gonna have a fundraiser at the Kentucky Derby this year. That's next month, y'all. Turtleboy's gonna be like, help me defend this preposterous litigation against me. Let's pick out. You can have a chart, like you can like bet on what horse is gonna win. It's gonna be the one that looks most like. Oh God, I'm going to hell. Just like my mama said. Sorry. God, I hope Emily C's not watching. And I just realized there's two Emily C's. Oh my gosh, is it on the Kentucky Derby? Oh my gosh. I think she looks like Crypt. Oh my gosh. I love Tales from the Crypt. I love that. Yeah, so that was really weird. I'm glad you brought that up, Chassie. The trial 1 versus trial 2. when Emily showed that to me, that was so I try not to think about this stuff, right? I try to just have the initial reaction. Was the first thing that pops in my mind. And when I saw her, I was like, oh, she's been working with somebody. Like, and then I started thinking, I was like, well, I mean, was she coached? Like, did a legal team come in and say, you need to do this? Or, is there a public relations, which there's a lot of lawyers that become public relations people that, it's like to win over a jury, you need to soften up a little bit. You need to talk like this, have your hair like this. Is that, yeah, trial 2 was weird. Kevin wrote on Turtleboy was on Monday near today with Sam and Loophole. He doesn't seem bothered at all by this. No, I doubt he would be. Her glow between up and in between trial 1 and 2 is very distinct, right? I was about to say, aha, which one? You're my new favorite Emily C. Because I don't feel bad. Listen, Emily C. When I say she makes me feel bad, it's not that. It's the one thing, because I didn't know who she was before Baker streamed. It was someone met Turtleboy too. I didn't know who he was really. I mean, I knew the name, but and Emily Wood, I saw it. Breaker kept saying, "Oh, you gotta go with Emily C. You gotta do a stream with her." And the thing that got me was her the drama-free life for me, because I hate drama. Don't bring it to me. Don't talk to me about it. I don't want any of that in my life. And you'll see creators, they start fighting with other creators, and it does nothing but ends up destroying one of the two channels. And it's low hanging fruit. People do it because they make money off of it. But it didn't work. What didn't work? All of the above plus medication. I'm jumping back in here because I just fell down a rabbit hole of cleaning out old teaching supplies and need entertainment. Wait a second. Where you left? What are old teaching supplies? Think about that. That's something you don't think about that. My mom was a school teacher. My dad was too. But my mom, she when I went to college, she went back to teaching school. And it's oh, Emily C is always watching. No. No, don't say that. Oh, I'm scared now. Well, Jen's alternate personality showed up trial 2. Yes. But anyway, no, I love teachers. I have oh, that's the wrong one. Your other comment, Lori. Creators get stuck on drama because stopping losing numbers and they can't stand to lose numbers. It's a dopamine thing. It's dopamine is as bad of a drug as cocaine. There, I said it. Well, cocaine's a lot worse. But you get what I'm saying, don't you, Island? You get it.
No.
Dopamine craves a little chaos. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Yeah, it feels good to land singers and watch your numbers go up, but the audience it draws only wants that. It's very true. It's very, very, very true. They it justifies their own actions. And you guys, when I first started doing YouTube, I remember one day I was out driving just during pandemic stuff, I'm looking around. There's not many cars, out. I was looking around and a car pulled next to me and maybe they had like a mask on, while they're sitting alone in their car driving. And I remember thinking to myself, you don't know who that person is. You know, and of course, you know, I was doing true crime stuff back then. I was like, who is that person? What are you think about some of the comments you see in on streams and stuff? You're like, oh, now normally, you know, you go to a cash register and you say to the person, hey, how you doing? Have a good, you know, bye, have a good evening, whatever. But then YouTube made me question all that. Like, what are these people really like if they were behind a keyboard? It's scary. I was an elementary school teacher in New York City. Wow. Then you became a private tutor. Now mostly of high school students. That is crazy. That is you have an amazing story. That is, I wish I could spend time with so many of y'all and just get to know. This is what I like about FNL Dollywood. I get to just meet you and just listen to you guys, listen to hear your story. Any interest in you and me and Baker and Emily, if she's interested in doing a Lego stream? I have one about to start. Yeah, name it. What times are good for you? Tell me that first before I commit, because I don't know what my times are like. I have a whole bunch of Legos I got put together. So yes, I'd be happy to. I'd love to actually. I've asked Emily before. She would like to do it sometime. 'Cause I think that would be kind of fun. I usually go out on Friday, Saturday to escape. Um, what? This isn't to me. I just realized that. Yeah, I'm kind of busy on Fridays. Fridays, I'm pretty busy. I'm busy on Thursday too now. Lego and Lauren. Oh, yes. Sorry, I had the wrong Lauren for a second in my head. I didn't contact the other Lauren. Oh, cool. Cool. See, now listen, I do, except for, I mean, I know Zach's here, but you know, most of the thing, I am like a hawk on my chat. Like ooh, I, we've had some bad people in back, and I ban people. I'd rather be a country club than a arena. All right, let's get let's see, we get to the end of this page, and then we'll stop this. Holy cow! Days later, on May 30th, Turtleboy published part 43 of his Kane cover-up series, wherein he discussed McCabe yet again, referring to her as Horseface, and reposting a video that Turtleboy previously took confronting McCabe and calling her a cop killer. Notably, the blog post covered the denial of an ex parte harassment prevention order that McCabe sought against Turtleboy in Stoughton District Court, Stoughton, based on his repeated public harassment of her. However, McCabe's HPO request was not public information. Instead, Turtleboy received this information directly from Reed's counsel, Yannetti, who sent a text message to Turtleboy that McCabe's request for HBO had been made and denied. In particular, Yannetti wrote to Turtleboy, HBO denied. Then on June 6th of 23, McCabe traveled with her husband to attend their children's sporting event. Oh, I remember this. In Billerica, Massachusetts, Kearney traveled to the same event at Reed's behest and the purpose of accosting McCabe's, which he did in the video that he posted online. Kearney then wrote a blog post about the interaction, stating Jen and Matt McCabe do not deserve to live a normal life and pretend that they were not involved in the murdering of a Boston police officer. In a subsequent video, Turtleboy again discussed his harassment of the McCabe family, stating, I went to her kids' lacrosse game and made a scene there and got kicked out because I kept calling her a cop killer. On July 23 of 23, Turtleboy met with Reed and Jackson again in person. The purpose of this meeting was for Reed, Jackson, and Boy to meet with a national CBS News correspondent over dinner at a steakhouse in downtown Boston to discuss Reed's criminal case. The meeting occurred the day after a rolling rally organized by Turtleboy took place, where nearly 50 cars drove in tandem through the streets of Canton, expressing their support for Reed. During the rally, Turtleboy stopped. Is this my sign to get out of here, T? Turtleboy stopped at the homes of Brian Albert McCabe, who was home at the time, shouting into a bullhorn that Albert and McCabe were covering up Keith's murder. Turtleboy's behavior at the rally enjoyed the support of Reed and her legal team. Indeed, the day of the rally, Yannetti messaged Turtleboy, "Thank you for your continued support." How you have to that does not connect those two together. Just because thank you for your continued support does not mean that you even knew about the rally. The next day, Turtleboy hosted his weekend live show on YouTube. During his show, Turtleboy stated that Jim McCabe killed or helped to kill. Let's keep it a buck. That's what she did. She killed John O'Keefe. He proceeded to question why O'Keefe's family was associated with McCabe's by stating Jim McCabe killed her uncle, and then you're escorting her to the effing orientation. And Jim McCabe killed your son. She effing killed him. And that is where T42 says we need to quit. Oh, Stoughton. Thank you, J-Pen. Wait, hold on. I had two. Why does that one highlight too? You know what? Look at this. Oh, I don't want to do that right now. All right, hang on. Give me a second. Oh, Zach says the Wiggles are maintained by the Taylor Company, and as such, are out of working order. Thank you. Who's the Taylor Company? Who's the Taylor Company? Do they make the ice cream machines at McDonald's? I cannot pronounce. Listen, you want to hear some jacked up names? Show me a map of Oklahoma. No, everything's gonna be like, I'm just gonna call it Cherokee. I don't know anything else. I can't pronounce foreign objects. Unpronounceable foreign objects, UFOs. Hey, let me tell you what. Oh, it is? It's McDonald's? Yes! I don't know how I knew that. That's really good. McDonald's ice cream machine joke. It really was good. You took a gamble, though, that I would even know you're talking about. Wait. Bill Rick. Oh, yeah. Listen, that's another thing. My mind just faded off there at the end. Like I felt it in the last little paragraph. Foreign in the U.S. Do I look normal to you, Charlie? No. I'm fine. Normal? No. Listen, you know what happened to me, Charlie? I've been wanting to go to a tanning bed for about 2-3 weeks, probably since January, right? But it's really been on my mind past couple of weeks. I love tanning beds. It's 20 minutes of warmth and feel good time. Just it's therapeutic. And I was going today, and I had the dogs with me, right? The dogs like to go. It was a great day for the dogs, like 68 or something. And I had to stop by the dump first. We have a lot of garbage here at the house. Got to go. Anyway, so I stopped at the dump. Blue dog, if she wore pants, she'd have crapped her britches. but she doesn't wear pants. So I think she just like she did something and she jumped up and she would not stop licking on her hindquarters. And I'm like, no, what are you doing? You're just gross. That's awful. And I turned around and I came home. I didn't get to go to tanning bed today because my dog, I think she scared herself with a fart. I'm not normal. These things don't happen to normal people. This happens to me. And you know what? I think it is normal because it happens so weird. This weird stuff, it happens so often. It is normal. You look like you're in a tanning bed right now. These are red, white, and blue lights. Well, actually, it's 2 blue and a red. Why isn't that red, white, and blue? It's supposed to be red, white, and blue. Oh boy, that spun my head on my background. It's all good. It's a tough one. Oh yeah, I can't do anything. No one's normal in here. I think that's why I like it. Yes, I love it. Normal is definitely not fun. No, nobody laughs with the normal people. Why late? What? Paul guy, how you doing? Way late, but what's up, expert? Just trying to make sense of everything. Trying to make sense of everything. Wait, Harriet's here? Where'd Harriet go? Harriet! The Taylor Company said the Wiggles have gone out of, they're inoperable right now. Ask Zach about this. It was a travesty. It was absolute travesty. So, Emily is in on the Lego stream. Did you message her? Message? What did I say? Messenger? Message? You know what? How about this? Look, I love you guys. Let's get together. We'll try it tomorrow. I'll be more serious. We'll try to get through the rest of that. Okay. Maybe maybe Amy will be here again and she can help me with the big words. Amy, will you help me with the big words besides like what the names of places are? Oh yeah, that's a good point. What are you building? That's a very good question. How big or how small do you want it to be? Common sense. I have small ones, I have big ones. I got big one, small one. I got like little tiny. Like, look. Can you guys hear that? The other day it wouldn't. I texted her. Yeah. There's something else I was gonna say. Thank you, Danielle, for the video of the substitute school. What happened up to that? There's so many questions I have, but I'm not gonna ask any more of them. Anyway, guys, thank you. Sorry, T. I know I went past my time. And guys, remember, whatever you do, be safe, love each other. I wish I could play Sweet Brown. I've got to message the tubes and be like, quit. They're hitting streams that are like 3 years old. Oh, it's so annoying. But you know what? I'm going to leave you now with this message from Jennifer McCabe.